The landscape is littered with those who are famous for being famous, photographed almost out of habit. So it's easy to forget about the era when well-known names could be legendarily private.
He turned his back on celebrity before celebrity was celebrity.
But now even the secrets of J.D. Salinger, one of the most solitary figures in recent history, have, oddly enough, been made into a feature film.
Salinger was a national story, a shooting star.
At the height of that success, he disappears.
The documentary Salinger was written, directed, and produced by Shane Salerno, who dedicated a full decade to the project.
I conducted over 200 interviews personally. We were on 5 continents. We went through diaries, journals, government records. So this was an archaeological dig. This was a detective story.
And for those who say the Catcher in the Rye author would not want to be captured this way,
he maintained lifelong friendships. When he wanted to, he would call the press and grant spontaneous interviews. He really was a recluse who liked to come out of hiding to remind the world that he was a recluse.
Salerno wants audiences to know that beyond the rarely seen images and imagined solitude was a man full of life and stories untold.
J.D. Salinger lived an extraordinary life. And when I found out that J.D. Salinger landed on D-Day, that J.D. Salinger fought in some of the bloodiest battles of World War II, that he was in a mental institution, that he entered a concentration camp, there were so many aspects of his life that the public didn't know that I had to make the film.
And the director says without his film, Salinger's life stories may have been lost forever.
There were a number of people who were never going to speak about J.D. Salinger on the record while he was alive. Many of the people that I interviewed were in their 80s and 90s. A number of people we interviewed for this film have since passed away.
Among the most intriguing discoveries pertain, of course, to love.
People heard him, people he trusted.
The late author's romantic relationships were among his best and worst kept secrets.
He said, "You have ruined my life."
Salinger's affair with then Yale student Joyce Maynard is well known, but his later loves are practically top secret.
Many people didn't even know if she really existed for years. We found her, we found the records of how Salinger actually brought her into the United States.
Including Salinger's forbidden love, whom he understandably kept private.
J.D. Salinger was a counterintelligence agent in World War II, and in the process of being part of the denazification of Germany, he met and fell in love with a Gestapo agent named Sylvia, married her, snuck her across to the United States, and brought her into his parents' Park Avenue Jewish household.
Of course, many Salinger fans may be more interested in his fictional stories. And it turns out there may be more of those as well.
What's in that vault?
If someone cracks that code, man, it's going to be the story of the century.